Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first ever My Crypto Life webinar, where we'll meet with everyday crypto users and listen to their stories. My name is Dami Odufo, and I'm the head of PR for Africa at Binance. And today we're going to be welcoming two guests from different backgrounds, but they've all faced a long and challenging journey before discovering crypto. Today, they're going to be sharing their unique crypto stories and experiences with you, including some of their tips and tricks on, how to start buying and trading and saving crypto. Afterwards, we'll be having a workshop dedicated to helping users like you earn passive income using some of our Binance products and services. By the way, guys, you can actually start your crypto journey today if you haven't already. You can buy crypto for as low as $15. So let's dive in. I want to welcome my first speaker, Annie, a trading educator in Australia. Hi, Annie. Hi, Annie, you're muted. You can put your sound on.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Annie. It's okay. Everyone's used to the world of Zoom and virtual meetings now. Welcome. It's so lovely to have you with us. Thank you for joining us today. And thank you so much for sharing your crypto story for the My Crypto Live campaign. It's very moving, and I saw a lot of people responded to it positively on our social media. But I think it's time that, we let our audience watching on YouTube know a bit more about you. So could you do a quick intro into your crypto journey and your background?
Yes, of course. So I my very first interest in financial markets at all came from when I was quite young. I inherited shares from my grandfather, and I did not know what this meant, but every quarter I would get dividends into my account, and I was interested by that because I was like, what is this free money that just turns up in my account? So fast forward years later, when I got to my 30s and I got an interest in my finances, I started to research a little bit more, and I joined some Facebook groups about trading and things like that, and that led me to cryptocurrency. And I just joined a lot of cryptocurrency Facebook groups to learn a little bit more and see what was going on there. And I came across a group called Crypto Calls Australia, and it was a really, really active page. And the person who ran that page, his name is Michael, I would just follow everything that he did. So he would talk about something, I would just go buy it. And so that was my extent of trading, was just buy whatever he talked about. And I started with $200, and within a month I had turned that into $4,000. And
amazing.
that was insane to me. And at the time I was a business owner, but that month I was able to pay my rent with the money I had made from crypto. And that was really exciting to me because it was now like I could earn this income and live from something that wasn't my business income. And so from there, I wanted to learn myself how to actually trade and make my own decisions. And turned out that Michael owned an education company called MBA Trading Academy with his business partner, Jason. And so I just did that course, and I was fairly passive about it for a while because I was still very, very active in my business. And it took up so much of my time that the crypto trading was just a side hustle kind of thing. And fast forward a decade later, I was overworked. I was unhappy, unappreciated. Just, I also had a daughter when I was 19 years old. So I felt like I was missing out on her life as well because I was always so busy, and I just lost my passion. So I decided to sell my business, and I sold off half of the company, and then I was left with the other half. And one day before I was meant to sign the contract to sell that, the business got sabotaged, and overnight it was gone. So
Wow.
so this income that I had from my business was just gone overnight, and I was left not knowing how I was going to keep a roof over my daughter's head. I didn't have any other income. And so around the same time, my father actually passed away. So I was dealing with the grief of that, as well as now my business just gone and having no one to fall back on. And it just sent me into this really horrible, dark place. And I spent 2 months in bed, just you know, at this stage I was 40 years old, and I was thinking, how am I going to start again at 40 years old? And I couldn't get out of bed. And then after about 2 months, I thought, you know what, like, you can't stay like this. You have to do something. Just do one thing a day. And so the first thing was like to just sit up from the bed and just put your feet on the floor, you know, and if that's all you can do today, that's okay, because it's one thing more than you did yesterday. And then from there, it was just every day, just do one new thing. And eventually I started to feel a little bit better. And one day I was, you know, on Facebook again, saw a post from Michael again, and he was actually coming to my town that weekend to teach with Jason, to teach his course. And I thought, you know what, like, I'm just going to do it again. You know, I was so mad at the world. I didn't trust people anymore. I didn't want to have a business again. I didn't want staff, customers, nothing. And I thought, you know what if trading is the thing that will give me that income without me needing to have all of those things that I no longer want? And so I messaged him. I messaged him. But at the same time, I was still really, really skeptical, because now that I had lost everything, what was left in my bank account was all I had. So, you know, as much as I wanted to go and do this course, I was like, well, I don't have income now. So I can't just go spend money on whatever, you know, like, I have to be careful. And he knew that we were strangers. He didn't know me, but he knew that I was skeptical or a little bit hesitant. And he said to me, what is it going to take to get you there? And I thought, you know what, if this stranger on the internet is saying, what is it going to take, then that's something I have to say to myself, you know, and I have to do whatever it takes to get there. So we came up with a deal. He let me do it for half price, and I went there. I sat that whole weekend, and by the end of that, I was like, this is the thing that I'm going to do. I am going to focus on this all day, every day, until I am the best trader that I could be. And that's what I did. And now, you know, thanks to that weekend, I now run a team of 150 people that I get to mentor, who are the most amazing people. And that's an opportunity that came as a part of that trading academy. And I have my own YouTube channel, which is called Trade, Travel, Chill. And I also get to run a women's only section as part of MBA Trading Academy, where the women can connect and help each other. And it's just such a nice, positive thing to do, you know?
I love that. That is an amazing story. And you've overcome so much, you know, and I love what you talked about, you know, the side hustle angle of crypto, because we're seeing a lot of people, you know, especially with what's happening this year with the pandemic and loss of jobs, a lot of people doing that. And I think, you know, when we're, you know, after your interview, we'll speak to another guest who has a similar experience. But I really love what you're saying about starting over at 40 and that fear that a lot of people have. Sometimes feels like people think with crypto, it's only for the young, or it's only for a certain age group. And I love that you are a testament that, as a woman, as somebody over the age of like 35 or whatever, that this is something that you can do. So well done. And, you know, that takes a lot of courage and willpower, especially after having a successful business and stable financial inflow. So how exactly did you learn about trading? Was it scary to start off from crypto?
The very first time I ever heard what cryptocurrency was just, I happened to stumble across a video on YouTube of Andreas Antonopoulos doing a talk about the blockchain and, you know, what the blockchain can actually do for the financial world. And I was blown away by that, more so than, well, I can trade this thing and make money. I was just so attracted to the idea that, you know, I can be in direct control of my money and I can send it direct to someone else and there is no third party. And, you know, that really appealed to me. So that's where I started really learning about and actually believing in cryptocurrency. And then the trading came second to that. It was never scary to me, because in the beginning, I only risked what didn't matter to me, you know, which I think is a big thing. Like, you know, don't go big from the start, just start small, learn, and then add more later. But also I have always been guided. So, you know, because I'm a businesswoman, I've always had coaches. So when I got to trading, it was the same. It was, I'm not going to try and learn this by myself. I'm going to get educators, and I'm going to get real traders, and I'm going to be guided and mentored by them. So it wasn't that scary because I was following the right people.
Right, right. I think it's really great that you said, you took a lot of time to learn, even the classes you attended, you really took a lot of time to study, and also like starting small and really just focusing on the education part. And I think that's such an important message to pass across. But did you establish some trading rules and strategies for yourself? And how have they developed and changed along the way in your crypto journey?
Yeah, I think I tried every trading strategy out there, every style. I went from, swing trading to day trading to scalping. I tried everything. I guess the advantage that I had was that I had lost everything. So the one resource I had was time. So I could dedicate all day, every day to finding my niche. And I ended up kind of mishmashing a whole scalp strategy that it in turn ended up making me a lot of money really fast. But now that I have grown my account and I'm, sort of happy with where I am, I'm more passive now than what I was then. So I'm more of a trend trader now, I would say. And I look more on the higher time frames, like the, sort of daily to 4 hour type thing.
That's interesting. So your approach has changed, over the years, and it's not static. Interesting.
No, yeah.
Interesting. That's really cool. But what are some of your favorite trading tools, and why did you choose trading on Binance? And was it easy for you when you were a newbie?
When I first started trading, Binance was one of the first exchanges I ever got introduced to. It was the one that was recommended in my course. So I just went with what I was told. And at the time, we could only spot trade. So that was what I did. But as Binance has evolved and added the leverage trading side and all that sort of stuff, I've evolved as a trader with it. So I've always just stuck with it. I find the platform so easy to understand. It's also really cool. Like, it's a really cool platform. It looks good. Yeah. And, even when you have those little win posts that you can get from the app, that is so cool. That has your QR code. Like, who thinks of stuff like that? It's so, I really you feel like a cool trader of finance. But also just the education side of it. If there's ever something that I don't know or I'm not really sure what it means, the education is right there, and literally can just type in the word and it comes up with how to do that thing, and it's so easy to understand. So it's just too easy for me to really bother with anything else.
Right. So by the education, you're talking about Binance Academy and Binance Research. Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. And I think you mentioned it a bit in your story, but do you use other than the trading aspects, do you use like savings? Do you use what other parts of the platform have you used?
I've tried the staking side of it, which I'm still learning. Like, by no means am I any good at that side, but I'm mostly a trader. I love trading. Yeah. But I actually I'm really glad that you're talking about the savings side today, because I actually really do want to know more about that.
Awesome. Well, we'll get to that soon enough. But what advice would you give, our viewers about trading, and for, both those who want to start and, are newbies, and, everyone is so interested in crypto right now, but a lot of people are actually unsure about what it is, how it works. So for those who want to start and those who are already there, what advice would you give them about trading?
For the newbies, I would say don't go through it alone. You might think that you're going to save money if you just start having a go, but it's going to cost you in the long run. Invest in your education and your professional development, and get a good mentor. Get a mentor that is still on the trading floor themselves, not someone who makes their money from teaching you. And be part of a community, I think, is really important, because trading, because you don't need other people, it can be lonely. So be part of a community of other traders that you can bounce ideas off, and they help pick you up if you're going through a week of losses or whatever. I think that's really important. If you're an existing trader, my advice would be really, really focus on the psychology side of trading. They say that psychology is 80%, the skill is 20. So the skill itself is not that difficult, but the games that your mind can play with the greed and the fear and all those sorts of things, like if you're not experiencing a level of success that you're happy with, it doesn't mean you need a new indicator. It means you need to work on your mindset. So know when to step away, pay really close attention to risk management, have a trade plan, and just really, really keep yourself in a positive space and treat your brain like it's a piece of gold that you really need to take care of, and don't let anything get in there and let the negativity affect you, because it will affect your trading.
That's amazing. So a lot of it is your mindset.
Definitely think so.
It's so interesting because for a lot of people, they think it's like you have to have a degree in like something super advanced. But thank you very much, Annie. It's been such a pleasure talking to you. And this was such an insightful talk about your journey, about your trading. And it's just been really great. Thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you for having me.
A pleasure. So we're going to go to our next speaker today. I'd like to welcome Murphy. Murphy's a teacher from Nigeria. Hi, Murphy. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. Good morning. It's good to be here. It's good to have the privilege to be on a platform like this. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Your story was very, very moving and authentic, and we just wanted other people to learn more about it. So can you tell our viewers really about your exciting journey from teaching to crypto trading? What drew you to cryptocurrencies?
Well, I've been teaching since 2011. That's about 10 years ago. And in Nigeria, the teaching profession is very frustrating. The take home at the end of the month is, for an average teacher, is below $100. So you have an idea how poorly paid private school teachers are. So in 2015, I just had to search the internet to look for some alternative ways of making legit money, at least to patch up with whatever I earn as a teacher. So I discovered a lot of Ponzi scheme. Ponzi was the trend then in 2015, 2016. So MMM, Twinkers, and the like. So I did a lot of Ponzi schemes. So though I found Bitcoin during that time, but the technical aspect, I didn't really understand. So I opted for Ponzi schemes. So in 2017, majority of the Ponzi company in Nigeria, MMM, Twinkers, took our money away. They ran with our money. So most of us were left with almost nothing. So a friend of mine now introduced me to cryptocurrency airdrop. So cryptocurrency airdrop was what I was doing then. I made some of my first foreign currencies doing airdrop. So at the point in 2018, airdrop became obsolete. It's not really paying like when we started. So in 2019, I met a friend on Facebook. He's my mentor now. His name is Stash, Mr. Stash. So Mr. Stash is the founder of 15% Trade Crew on WhatsApp. It's a community WhatsApp-based crypto group. It's about 2,000 members, active traders on WhatsApp. So I joined them and the trading journey began. So I wasn't taking it seriously. I wasn't taking trading serious until COVID-19 now started in February. So when COVID-19 started, my boss just told us we have to just pack up and go home. And there's no hope of any stipend at the end of the month. Before, we were still taking something home. So when COVID-19 started, no hope of any money. I just like, okay, if that is the case, I have to just brush myself up on cryptocurrency trading. So I followed most of the articles on Binance Lab, and I read a lot. YouTube helped me a lot, and some other content, some other online content. So I had 75,000 naira in my account then. So I had to deposit the whole money on my Binance app. So I started, what I do normally is spot trading. Spot trading. So I started doing spot trading, and in that was early March. That was early March. And around March 12, the COVID-19 lockdown started in major parts of the world, and the entire crypto broke down. And at the end of March, everything started coming up again. So the funny part of it is that at around April, I discovered I was paying my bills easily from my earnings while trading crypto. I was just paying even more easier than when school was open. So you understand my point, right?
Right.
So at the end of April, May, I paid myself my salary from what I earn. I will always remove some part of my portfolio, convert to Naira, then withdraw into my account. So I paid myself for April and May. So in June, the market started coming up, and it was just wow. I was just spending money like nothing is really happening. Like I'm even earning my basic salary. So I was spending a lot, and my wife noticed, and she became interested, and some of my friends too. Like, come, there is lockdown, no work, no job. Why are you looking like this? You keep spending money and all that. How are you doing it? Oh, this is what I do. I trade cryptocurrency on Binance. So I introduced a lot of them to Binance Trading. Even my wife became interested. She joined trading. So actually, the poor remuneration drove me to cryptocurrency, and I'm glad I chose crypto, sincerely. So that's been my journey from teaching to cryptocurrency. Thank you.
That's amazing. And just for those people that are listening, so how much you were earning was about less than $100 a month,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Um, yeah, and how much you had in savings, 75,000 naira as of now is about 150.
yes,
And
exactly,
so basically, when you started crypto trading full time during COVID-19, you were able to make more than your salary and your savings from home.
exactly, exactly.
That's amazing. That's really amazing. Okay, so what I really want to understand is, you mentioned that your family heard about your crypto story, and even your wife invested all of her savings in crypto. Did you teach her about this field? What did the teaching process look like?
Well, as a teacher, I teach with pleasure. So teaching cryptocurrency is one of the easiest thing for me to do. So in fact, I was in the community that I joined. I was one of the tutor. So I had to have a lesson note, a proper lesson note, like in a classroom. So I had a lesson note on all the content, starting from how to register your account on Binance, how to get verified, the security tips, the limit order, the OCO, the use of stop loss, all the content. I have detailed, even video content. I use screen recorder to prepare video content. Every night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m., I have a WhatsApp group that I teach my students. So I always teach them. I use screenshot from the Binance app, use arrows and the likes to guide them. So at the initial stage, my wife was afraid. So she had to just use 10,000 naira to start. And after a week, the 10,000 naira dropped to 8,000 naira, and she started abusing me. See what you cost me and all that. So at a point,
Yeah,
after I just told her to come on, calm down. This thing will go up
calm
again.
down. Yeah.
So after a week, the 10,000, the 8,000 are now jumped to 15,000. So she was amazed. She just asked me, come, this 100,000 are in my account. If I had used it to buy this particular coin, probably I would have made 50,000 naira now. Come, this is cool money. So she had to use the whole money in her account, deposit it on Binance, and she started using it to trade. And by the grace of God, it's earned her a lot that at the point she now discovered that because the job she does requires a lot of time, and she keep missing a lot of trades. So So because of that, she said, oh, I've been missing trades because of this job. And even the trading I'm doing pays me better amount of money than the job I'm actually going from 8 to 5 p.m.
Right.
So 2 months after, she had to just quit the job and face crypto fully. Our aim was just that, okay, if I can do this for a year, I think I'll be able to gather the money required to establish myself. It will be easier for me to make money for my business through cryptocurrency than this 8 to 5 job that's taking my time. So right now she's a full-time trader at home, looking at charts, buying and selling and all that. So that's all.
That's amazing. And who do you think has better skills, you or her?
Oh, she's luckier than I am. She's luckier.
Mm,
We trade different coins. She doesn't trade the
gotcha.
coins that I trade. She just look at me. I believe more in FA, in the fundamental analysis of a coin. She looks at
Right.
the chart. Once a coin drops a lot, she jumps in. And
That's
everything,
really
you know,
fascinating.
she's a full-time trader. She's at home. So every 10%, 15%, she sells. She can do
That's
2 trades in a
amazing.
day. But myself, I do just about 3 trades in just a month. But because she's at home, she does 2, 3 trades. In fact, in a week, she has a lot of trades in a week. So that's just the
That's
difference between us.
amazing. So she's no longer shouting at you for getting her into this.
No,
um,
no, 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 no.
so I think you already kind of mentioned this because even right now, right, you are at school. So you still work as a teacher, correct? And
Yes,
you teach and trade crypto.
I still work as a teacher, and I'm still involved in cryptocurrency trading.
What just to know from a personal perspective, what inspired your passion for teaching? Because you teach, in the school, but you also teach others with about crypto.
Come again, please.
So what inspired you to go into teaching? What made you so passionate about teaching, whether in the school or whether even now with you being a crypto trader and teaching other people?
It's just because I find it easy to do. It's something I find easy. Explaining content to people, it's something very easy for me. So I do
Nice.
it with ease.
Again. So what have been your main learnings from crypto trading? And could you please share them with our viewers today?
Okay, as a crypto trader, you just have to emotionally stable and mentally stable too. Cryptocurrency will frustrate you, will make you want to do what you did not plan. So you have to make sure you are at all time you are mentally stable and you are emotionally balanced too at all time, because you plan to do something and at the end of the day the market will want to change your decision. So you must make sure as a trader that you stick to your plans, have a methodology, have a style of trading and stick to it at all time. I hope you get my point, right? So
Yeah.
sometimes you buy a coin and the coin will drop a little bit. You want to sell, you are in a hurry to sell. No,
Mm-hmm.
that is not your plan. There must be a reason before you buy that coin. What is that reason? You don't just jump at a coin to buy. Shall you understand? So you have to just ensure that you're mentally stable and psychologically too you are balanced. And also fear and greed. A lot of that is one of the problem I have with new traders. They are too fearful. You buy a coin, the coin drops just 5%. You start to be afraid, you start to panic. What happens to your stop loss? You have a 10% stop loss there that is ready to minimize your loss for you. So I use OCO a lot. I use ACO a lot where I'm always able to place a sell order and at the same time use my stop loss. So most new traders are always fearful and they are greedy in the sense that you buy a coin, the coin makes 10%, you will not sell, thinking, oh, this coin will likely give me 100%. Cryptocurrency is not a get rich quick scheme. You just have to grow steadily. It's not going to make you a millionaire overnight. You just have to do it in a steady way. You just have to grow in a steady way. I hope you understand. So cryptocurrency has taught me to not be greedy and to always make sure whenever I want to take decision, I check if I'm emotionally stable or psychologically stable at that time before taking that decision. You don't just allow the market to control you. So I don't follow green candles.
So this is more like market psychology again. Awesome.
Exactly.
Well, Murphy, it's been a pleasure having you with us today. Thank you for sharing your insights with us, and such a lovely story, and a story specifically with everything happening in 2020 with COVID and a lot of people losing jobs or being underemployed. So thank you for your time. Thank
Thank
you
you,
for sharing your
Daniela.
time with us. So thank you, viewers. You can find Murphy on social media at almaroof326. I'd like to go into the next part of this event. Let's welcome Brenton, who is the Business Development Manager for Binance in South Africa. So Brenton is going to be running the quick workshop around the Binance products and services and basically how you can really get started on your crypto journey. Welcome, Brenton.
Hi, Dami. It's a pleasure
Hi.
to be here. And to be honest with you, I actually forgot that I was a part of a webinar because I've just been so blown away by the stories from Annie and Murphy.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I don't have a compelling story for you. But what I do have is everyone must be rearing to get started on Binance now. And that's why I'm here. So I'm going to show you exactly how to register your account, all the different trading products we have if you want to be a master like Annie one day, and also how you can earn a passive income. So maybe you're not an active trader, and we have something for you as well.
Great. Thank you, Brenton. Take it away.
So let me just share my screen with everyone first. Can everybody see my screen? Perfect. So obviously, the first thing you do is go to Binance.com, nowhere else. And to get started, it's really, really simple. In fact, you can register your account and get started in less than 3 minutes. And I'm going to show you that right now. So we're assuming you all have an email or a mobile device that you're going to use to register. And you literally just have to go to register. You can register using your email, like I'm about to do, but you can also register using a mobile device. So let's put in my email and let's think of a secure password. Make sure that it's something that you remember and it's secure. And then, of course, we just have to make sure that you are not a robot. And of course, Binance always has your security at the top of mind. So they're now going to send us a verification code like you just saw. How quick was that? So we simply take this verification code, paste it in here. And welcome to Binance. So literally in under 3 minutes, you are now the proud owner of a Binance account. And there is my brand new Binance account, right? Less than 3 minutes. But the next step that's very important for you to do is make sure that you set up what's called two-factor authentication on your account. So this is an added security measure that Binance offers to make sure that only you can have access to your account. So you can choose to either get a 2FA verification code via your phone through an SMS, for example, or perhaps my preferred method is the Google Authenticator app, which is very, very easy to use. So as you can see, you can just click either the Android App Store or iStore logo to be able to download the Google Authenticator app. Luckily, I already have one. Then all you have to do is navigate to your app, scan the QR code on the screen, and I'm done. But just in case you lose access to your phone, make sure that you store this code somewhere safe. Because if you can't access your Google Authenticator for any reason, you'll still be able to access your account as long as you have this code. Right? So that's exactly what they're telling us here. Make sure to keep this code safe. Maybe write it down on a piece of paper. And now I'm all good to go. So to activate this two-factor authentication, remember you can also use SMS. The first thing I have to do is verify that it's me who's binding this 2FA. See, simple copy paste. And then if you log back into your app, you'll now see that the app generates codes for you every couple of seconds. So my current code and there we go. You now have a registered Binance account and your account is fully secure because of 2FA. I think both of those took less than 5 minutes. And you can pretty much do everything you want to do on your Binance account now. But we'll get to that shortly. We're not done yet. So the next thing you have to do once you've registered and secured your Binance account is you have to verify it, right? So we can see if you come to this icon, there's an unverified status here. And a lot of us will be quite familiar with these verification processes because all we really have to do is submit certain documents that allow us to verify our account. Things such as our ID documents, our proof of address. So we can see directly from our account setting here, you have identity verification. You click verify. And you'll simply verify some personal details like submitting your ID as well as your proof of address. Luckily, Binance has some amazing automated systems that makes this verification process only take minutes, if not hours at maximum. So you can have a fully verified and secure Binance account within minutes that lets you do a lot of powerful things that I'm about to show you. But because we don't have minutes or hours today, I'm going to log into my current Binance account. So of course, my Binance account has already been verified. So I just put in my email, my password. And you can see that I have the SMS two-factor authentication. So just to make sure that it really is me, and this is how you can be sure that all of the funds in your Binance account are always safe. So as you can see, this is the dashboard that we were previously in. But this account, obviously, because it's my previous account, is actually verified. And what that means is that I can do a whole bunch of things on this verified account, such as make direct bank deposits, direct withdrawals to my bank account, or what I'm going to show you now is how easy it is to buy your favorite cryptocurrency in seconds. So let's recap quickly. We've registered a Binance account, we've secured it with two-factor authentication, and we've made sure that our account is verified. All of this took us almost no time at all, right? Well, now we can actually buy ourselves some cryptocurrency in seconds. So obviously you'll select the fiat currency for the particular country you're in. I'm currently in South Africa, so I'll be using South African rands. You then select the cryptocurrency you want to buy. As you can see, there are a number here. So some of the more familiar ones like Bitcoin, obviously our own BNB. You've got the Binance stablecoin BUSD, Ethereum, Ripple, and a number of other cryptocurrencies available. So let's purchase some of the market's favorite cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. And as you can see, I've already had a card that I previously added to make it easy for me to purchase at any given time. But if it was your first time, if it was your first time, you would simply select new card and input the card details as you would for any online purchase. So let's just say I would like to buy 420 Rand worth of Bitcoin. I get a confirmation of the really low fees. I confirm that I've read the terms of use and privacy policy. And my Bitcoin for 420 Rand is now purchased and available in my wallet. In a matter of seconds, I was able to use any Visa or MasterCard to buy myself some Bitcoin, right? And we can see there it is right there. So we've registered our account. We know how we can get our money in and purchase some cryptocurrency. But what's the next thing that we do with it? Well, if you're like Annie, the first thing you're going to want to do is to trade. So you would navigate to the top bar here. And depending on what skill level you have, we have a whole bunch of different interfaces that allow you to trade based on the tools and skill level you have. So let's take a look at the classic trade box, for example. Well, here you can trade without any charts whatsoever. So let's just say I had some USDT and I wanted some Bitcoin. It's that easy for me to make a trade. Or perhaps I'm more like Annie, where we have things like support, trend lines, and indicators that we use. Well, Binance has all of these indicators available to you, as well as TradingView embedded in all of our charts, which means whatever tools you need, you can use to trade and place orders directly from the Binance interface. So this is the Binance spot market currently, and we have a number of different pairs. So as you can see, I can trade Bitcoin for USDT, for example, or I could trade Bitcoin for another cryptocurrency like Cardano. So whatever type of trader you are, Bitcoin has a market for you. So as you can see, we have cryptocurrency markets, as well as fiat markets, which include stable coins and currencies like GBP, Euro, Nigerian Naira, and the South African Rand. But perhaps you're a little bit more advanced, one of our users. Well, we also have some really, really exciting products for you. So Binance Futures allows you to trade contracts that are based in USDT, so basically US dollars, or contracts that are actually based in the cryptocurrency that you want to trade. So let's take a look at the Binance Futures platform quickly. As you can see, the trading interface is quite similar to the Binance spot market, but what users have here is the ability to long as well as short the market to make money. So if you're a trader, these terms will be quite familiar with you. But users also have the ability to set margin levels. So trading at, which we do not recommend for new users, but trading at 100x leverage would allow me to place a $100,000 position with only $1,000 in my account. So as you can see, leverage is very high risk. So if you're a beginner, this is not where you want to start out. But if you're an advanced trader, you can long and short a number of different markets, including Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, Ethereum Classic, and a number of other markets, as well as our coin margin futures, which actually allow you to trade Ethereum or Bitcoin contracts and Cardano contracts, as well as a few others that are denominated in that particular asset. So for example, if I make 10% on a Bitcoin long on a Bitcoin margin contract, I actually make 10% in Bitcoin. So for those of you who are traders, this will all be clicking a lot easier. So I just want to touch on something quickly. A lot of people tend to think that a lot of these concepts are quite complex. And of course, there is some learning to be done, as Annie alluded to. But as our speakers also mentioned, Binance has the Binance Academy. And you can literally learn how to use each individual platform, feature, or get actual strategy advice and education, all from one platform, completely free. So as an example, if I came to Binance Academy and I typed in trading, there are a number of different guides, tutorials, and educational pieces available to me about how to become a day trader in cryptocurrency, a beginner's guide to cryptocurrency, a complete guide to cryptocurrency trading for beginners. So Binance not only provides you the amazing resources to perform a lot of these functions, but we educate you for free exactly on how to use them. So make sure that you check out the Binance Academy. So we've now touched on two of our really exciting products. Obviously, Binance is the #1 exchange in the world when it comes to trading, and we cater to whatever level of trader you are. We also have the futures markets, which allow you to trade with really high levels of leverage. In fact, up to 125 times leverage on certain contracts. So we've touched on the traders, but perhaps you're more of a passive person when it comes to crypto. Well, Binance has definitely not forgotten about you either. So what we'll do if we are one of the more passive people looking to earn an income on Binance without trading the markets, we log into our Binance account and simply navigate to the Finance tab. So Binance has so many products that we're only going to touch on two really exciting products today that allow you to earn passive incomes. So as you can see, Binance Earn allows you to earn crypto while you sleep. So there's absolutely no work, no analysis involved here. Binance just pays you out for committing certain cryptocurrencies to one of our products. And the two products we're going to focus on today is flexible savings and fixed savings. So what are they and how do they work? Well, exactly like the Binance Earn logo says, they help you to earn crypto while you sleep. So first, let's take a look at the flexible savings products. What does flexible savings mean? Well, exactly like how when you deposit money into your bank account, banks pay you a bit of interest on that balance, but you can spend that money at any time. Well, that's the best way to think about flexible savings. So with flexible savings, you can put your favorite cryptocurrency such as BNB or even stable coins like BUSD and fiat currencies like the euro to work so that they actually earn you an interest that's paid out to you daily. But the amazing thing about flexible savings is if tomorrow or the next day I wanted to use that BNB or pay somebody with my BUSD, I would be able to do it immediately. So now that I'm pretty sure we're all sold on the flexible savings product, let's take a look at what we can do with the Bitcoin we just bought. So we just bought some Bitcoin using our Visa card, and we can see that there's a Bitcoin savings product here that actually pays us interest on our Bitcoin that's paid in Bitcoin. So we can see the estimated annual percentage rate here. And we can simply decide, I want to commit my Bitcoin to this product. Obviously, we have to read the Binance service agreement for savings products, which outlines all of the risks, etc. Oh, and we can see that the minimum amount for this is actually 0.01. So I would have had to go back and buy a little bit more Bitcoin with my Visa card. So the flexible saving product allows us to deposit BNB, Bitcoin, and over 50 other cryptocurrencies and fiat currencies and earn an interest rate that gets paid directly to our Binance account daily. And we can use these funds anytime that we want. Well, then what are fixed savings products? Locked savings or fixed savings are exactly the same as the flexible savings products we just reviewed. However, these products require you to actually lock up your funds for a certain period. But you will notice that because you're locking them up, the interest rates here are significantly higher than on the flexible savings products. And these rates or these lockup periods are still relatively short. So we can see if we wanted to lock up some USDT stablecoin or BUSD stablecoin for 7 days, we would get an annual interest rate of 6.31%. And with interest rates currently as low as they are, this is probably significantly higher than a lot of banks would pay us. And our funds would be available in 7 days. If we decided to lock it up for a slightly longer period, such as 14 or 30 days, we can see the interest we get paid is significantly higher. And the maximum lockup period for our locked savings products is only 90 days or 3 months. And if you decide to lock your USDT up for 90 days, you get an annualized interest rate of 7%. So let's take a look at how we would do this in practice. If I had some USDT sitting in my wallet and I wanted to earn some interest because I didn't need it for the next 7 days, I would simply click transfer, click on max. But as we can see, the minimum lot size for the specific product is 100 USDT. So my current balance is slightly too low because this is a test account. But all you would do is exactly like we did with the Visa card earlier or bank transfer, is you would transfer some funds, purchase the amount of USDT, and commit it to this product. And once you had agreed to the terms and services, you would be able to confirm your transfer. From that moment, you would immediately start earning interest that you would actually be able to track at any given time. So as you can see, as I've logged in, let's just say I had committed some funds to savings products a week ago, I would be able to log in here and see the amount of savings balance and interest that I had earned on all of my products. So in review, we have flexible savings, which allow us to deposit our favorite crypto or fiat currencies and earn an interest that's paid out to us daily. Or we could use the lock savings product, where we could lock up our cryptocurrencies for 7, 14, 30, or 90 days and get paid higher levels of interest. So if you're a hodler like me and you don't plan to use some of your cryptocurrencies for the next 14 or 30 days, this is a brilliant option for you. So the next thing I want to touch on is actually a really, really exciting product. And that is the Binance Launch Pool. So Binance Launch Pool was recently launched, excuse the pun, and it's been causing an absolute buzz amongst the community. So let's visit the Launch Pool. Binance Launchpad is something that's been around, or product that's been around for a long time. And what Binance Launchpad does is it basically does IEOs for very high quality projects. But a number of people, perhaps if you're familiar with the Launchpad system, didn't earn lottery tickets to be able to participate in the IEO. Well, that's where Launch Pool comes in. Binance Launch Pool allows you to stake certain cryptocurrencies. So the same way you lock up your cryptocurrencies in a fixed savings product, you could lock up some BNB or BUSD or BAND. And instead of getting the opportunity to purchase one of these products when they launch or one of these projects when they launch, you actually earn the project tokens for staking your cryptocurrency. So perhaps I had some BNB that I was not using, and I wanted to stake it so that I could earn some of these alpha tokens that were going to be released on Binance soon, or actually have been released a couple days ago. Well, you can see for my BNB, I can earn over 17% an annual yield that's actually paid out to me in these new alpha tokens. And in fact, I tested this product recently, and you can see that by staking a couple BNB over the last week, I managed to earn just under 17 alpha tokens. So this is an amazing way to use your cryptocurrencies to be able to earn some of the new and exciting projects that are going to be released on Binance, such as XVS from Swipe or Flamingo, which is one of the new DeFi projects. We also have Wing and Bella Protocol, which recently completed, which were very, very popular projects on Binance. So you could have earned some of these tokens without spending 1 cent, simply by staking some of the tokens that were offered for farming. So we've got you really excited now. You can lock your crypto up in flexible savings products that allow you to redeem or use them at any time. You can lock them up for slightly longer periods, like 7, 14, 30, or 90 days, which pay you very attractive interest rates, not only on cryptocurrencies, but on stable coins that are backed by the US dollar as well, which essentially makes this a US dollar savings account. And if you love all of the new projects being launched via Launchpad, you can actually stake your cryptocurrencies like BNB, BUSD, or BAND to actually earn tokens for these new projects before they get launched. So we've given you some amazing things you can do as both a trader and as someone who just loves crypto and wants to earn some passive income. We've even shown you how you can use Binance to earn non-crypto passive income by staking stable coins or putting actual fiat currency like euros into one of our savings products. But before we end off, I have one more really, really exciting product to show you from Binance. So there's been a lot of hype about BSwap or Binance Liquid Swap recently. But what exactly is it? So the first thing, in sticking with theme, I'm going to show you is earning with Binance Liquid Swap. So Binance Liquid Swap is a platform that allows you to instantly swap one token for another very simply. But in terms of earning, by providing liquidity to the swap pool, so by putting our tokens into this jar and allowing them to be changed with other people, we can earn interest rates of 14% up to 39% on US dollar or stablecoin balances. So you can see that we can only add BUSD, USDT, DAI, or USDC, all of which are stablecoins that are offered on Binance. So as you can see, I've got $20 that's just sitting here at USDT. What if I wanted to earn some interest on that $20, perhaps as high as 14%? Well, I would simply come to the liquidity side, look at the APIs and see which stablecoin I had and which looked attractive to me. But let's be honest, these are all very attractive. I would simply come here, select the pool. So you can see each of these interest rates corresponds with the pool. But because I have some USDT and I love Binance, I'm going to go with the BUSD USDT pair. So I want to add some liquidity to this pool, but I only have some USDT. I can now add that $20 to the pool. And you can see that all of the details for this transaction are shown to you, as well as your current share of the pool. So there's currently over 73 million BUSD and 37 million USDT in this pool. So unfortunately, there's not enough decimal places to show how much my $19 stake would be. But I still earn the exact same interest rates as everybody else. So once I'm happy with the terms of adding my $20 to the liquidity pool, I simply add it and it's done. I can now view my share at any time and see exactly how much interest I would be earning. It really is that simple. And in fact, I've already earned 1 cent, 1 US cent in the seconds that I subscribed to the product and went to the screen. So this is a really attractive option for people who have stable coins or even USD balances that they would like to earn really attractive interest rates on. But this is only half the story when it comes to Binance Liquid Swap. So what I can also do with Binance Liquid Swap is easily and seamlessly swap stablecoins. So if I had not just committed that $20 to the savings pool, and instead I wanted to get some DAI for it, for example, I would simply come here, input the amount that I wanted to exchange, and I would get a quote for the amount of DAI that I would get. And by simply clicking swap, I would immediately exchange that $20 for more or less 20 DAI. And that is how simple the Binance Liquid Swap platform is. You can either add liquidity by choosing one of the multiple stablecoins offered, or you can use the Liquid Swap platform to seamlessly exchange between any stablecoin that we offer. So if you had some DAI on the opposite end, and perhaps you wanted some USDT, you would be able to exchange them instantly. So we've now taken you through our trading markets, which range from the basic, so your day one, to the classic and advanced interfaces, which allow you to integrate some of these strategies that Annie spoke about and we looked at on the Binance Academy. You can also, for the cowboys out there and the more experienced traders, you can also trade USDT margin futures contracts with up to 125 times leverage. Please be aware of the risks. Or coin margin futures, which means contracts that are actually based in cryptocurrencies, also with up to 125 times leverage. For those who aren't traders, you can literally use your crypto to earn while you sleep by using the flexible or locked savings products, by either adding your crypto to a pool or locking your crypto up for 7, 14, 30, or 90 days. And then finally, we took a look at the Liquid Swap platform, which allows you to earn really attractive interest rates on a number of stable coins or instantly exchange stable coins for one another. Again, we know that this was a lot of information, and tools, resources, and tutorials on every single product that Binance offers and so much more can be found on the Binance Academy. All the content in the Academy is 100% free. And as you can see, our content ranges from absolute beginners all the way to advanced concepts. So you can go from day one to hopefully being as successful as Annie by just using the Binance Academy. And I hope that opened your eyes to a lot more of the features and the possibilities that Binance offers, both for active traders and for those who want to earn a passive income. So we really hope to see you engaging with the product soon.
Thank you so much, Brenton. That was such an insightful session. I feel like I learned so much even about our own products and services. Thank you for breaking that down. On that note, I'd like to bring back Annie and Murphy to join us back on the stage. Hi, Annie. Hi, Murphy.
Hello.
I
Hi. Hi, thank you so
Good
much for joining us
morning.
today. Hi, thank you for sharing your story. It's been a pleasure having you with us. And everyone on social, if you want to connect with Annie and Murphy, you can see their handles on the screen. Annie is at Trade Travel Chill with one L, and Murphy is at AlmaRoof326. That's Alma and then Roof, ROOF326. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you, Damilola.